Looks like there's going to be multiple reveals for Warhammer 40k and Kill Team coming this week. Let's take a look at this new and interesting teaser image coming from Gencon. Hello and welcome back to Auspex Tactics, where today we're just talking about a small teaser that Games Workshop have given us via Warhammer community today, for a few models that we're going to be seeing later in the week. Obviously we can't be 100% certain what these represent, they all do appear to be completely new models, but there's elements on each of them that I think give them a reasonable chance of being from the 41st millennium. The teasers look like they're going to be coming out live at Gencon, which is being held from Thursday to Sunday this week. I suspect we'll get a bit of a drip feed as the days go on. Perhaps this is getting back into a bit more of the traditional way of doing the reveals, rather than the streaming from your bedroom option that they've largely been embracing during the pandemic. As we can see, there's things from 40k, Blood Bowl, Warcry, Warhammer Underworlds, Necromunda and Kill Team. I'd be kind of surprised at the moment if the 40k stuff wasn't the Black Templar reveals. They've mentioned that there's going to be a big new launch box coming for them, and already shown off one model that we're presuming is going to be in it, the Emperor's Champion. Previously they've been showing off models each Monday. It seems like they might have held the last couple of Mondays back in reserve, just so they can reveal them at this event. The Kill Team bit does seem quite interesting though, just because it kind of gives us the hint that we might be seeing things in the same sort of line as the Commandos or the Death Corps of Krieg. Some really nice and well realised super kits that have a crazy amount of individual options, and you can customise almost every model in one way or another. The Orc Commandos in particular got some really fun stuff, things like random breacher rams, bomb squigs, ninja grots and more, most of which got represented in some way or other in the 40k datasheet. I'm really interested to see what other factions get the treatment, and it seems like pretty good news for any kits that get updated in that way. In any case, Games Workshop did give us one interesting image. It's got 3 different miniatures in it. Maybe the most obvious 40k one does appear to be this yellow one, which definitely seems to be a power armoured figure as it's got a marine style power pack on the back. There seems to be a little ornamentation on top of it as well, maybe a candle or a banner or something, implying it's maybe a little bit more themed than the more standard Primaris that you get, and quite implies Black Templars to me. Seems quite likely to be a Primaris Sword Brethren, Black Templar Marshal, or maybe a reimagination of High Marshal Helbrecht himself, though from that leaked picture of the base, that did at least imply that he'd be holding his sword in a different sort of pose. Next up we have the figure on the left, which again very much appears to have a power pack on the back, and appears to be a bit more of a shadowy figure holding up a lantern. It looks like there's robes going on there. It seems like it could be either Black Templars or Sisters of Battle in my opinion. I'd guess it's more likely to be Sisters of Battle. The head perhaps looks a little bit small and higher up to be a Space Marine head, but again with the silhouette and not being 100% sure at what angle it was shot, it's hard to say for definite. I guess not impossible, it could be something from Necromunda as well, for all we know. Finally, and perhaps the miniature that I'm a bit more sceptical as to whether or not it's a 40k thing, is this red one on the right. This one perhaps gives me a few more fantasy vibes, but there are a few things that might also fit in with the Sisters of Battle range. The big crossbow certainly has a fair bit in keeping with a Condemner bolt gun. It's certainly got the same spiky bits on the front, and the shoulder pads are at least somewhat reminiscent of the Sisters ones, where they have a bit of a frill at the end, though it does appear to be a slightly different design. That could also be a grenade on the hip as well, though again hard to be 100% sure, and maybe a little bit more tentative of this one compared with some of the others. It could certainly be a character from Warcry or Warhammer Underworlds. It would seem a little bit odd to me to show nothing but 40k miniatures in a promo pic for a preview where we know that multiple things are coming. In any case, let me know what you think down in the comments below. What are your predictions for what we get revealed? And how far wrong do you think I've gone with the pictures inside the image? If you've enjoyed the video, feel free to subscribe to Auspex Tactics, where I'll certainly cover the reveals in full once they're out. And feel free to give a look to the links in the video description that help support the channel. There's a Patreon page which allows me to keep on making videos quite this often, and an Element Games affiliate link as well, which you can buy models from to help support the channel if you were going to buy something anyway. They're a decent discount retailer based in the UK. In any case, an absolutely massive thank you for listening, and I'll hope to see you guys next time.